Hello everyone, this is SunnyDusty here. Welcome to the next episode of Defiant Hearts. I am going to be giving you guys an intro of all the cats that are going to be in this episode, so let's go ahead and begin. So first I have my cat that I'm going to be playing this entire series, which is Monarch. So Monarch is a she cat. She is independent, she is an ex-ShadowClan cat, and she is quite defiant. And she is a rogue cat, so this is what she looks like. Now let's go ahead and begin with all the other cats that are going to be playing in this episode. In the Rogues and Loners area, I do, of course, there's other cats in other clans. So first we have Shirka. I'm very sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I have horrible pronunciation. She cat, smart, strong, and gentle. So that is Shirka. Next we have Nightfall, a sassy and serious he. Nightfall is also a ex-clan cat. Next we have Marbled Koi, an ex-Wing Clan she cat who wants peace but will kill the clans for it. Next we have Cyrith, a graceful ghost-like Tom cloaked in ash and eerie charm. Next we have Thistle. She, they, both female/male in appearance, strange. Next we have Crackle, abandoned show cat, disdain for the clans, taught how to live. Next is Callie, a Tom that easily gets annoyed but is always honest and cares. Next we have Coffee, shy to strangers but loyal to friends. Azul, traumatized kit, mother was awful, jumpy, and anxious. Next we have HornetThistle, kind, moody, enjoys early morning rain, loyal, his kin is Venom Star. Next we have Dusk, a friendly yet strange she. Sir August, a whimsical extrovert on a mission with any pronouns. Alright everyone, that was all the cats that are going to be in this episode, so I really hope you guys enjoy. She sighed. The gathering was rough. The clans were fighting over each other, and the rogue Crackle was threatening the clans since we want their land. Me and HornetThistle wanted it to be safe again, but everywhere felt so hostile and not free anymore. He gazed at the she, that weird feeling lingering in his chest once more. He smiled. The gathering was something, huh? He chuckled, thinking about what his brother had said. His brother, Venom Star. Yes, it was something. How about we head back to the barn and talk about it with the others, she says, a little unsure because of Crackle and his threats. He nodded, flicking his tail, a gesture that he would follow her. It can't just be us two in this situation. We need others, she says, yet she feels so left out since they are all against her for bringing Thistle into the barn. It'll be okay, though, he offered. She then got up from sitting down. Come on, let's go, she mewed, padding/cantering to the barn. She returned to the barn, HornetThistle by her side. He visibly stiffened, knowing he wasn't welcome. He then tensed, feeling the two cats gaze at him. What now? He whispered. She sighed. Why can't everything go her way? She feels like everyone is against her for this and all this drama. I have a feeling, he muttered. It's about my brother. Let's just wait it out, maybe. See what Crackle has to say? She says, clearly hesitant. I mean, what we have going on is big. StarClan is mad at us. He nodded. Sure, he'd probably get his pelt clawed off, but oh well. So, your brother, Venom Star, was that the first time you talked to him since you left? He nodded, looking down at his paws. Do you know what he will do now? Does he need some sort of closure? She asked him. She then saw Crackle padding into the barn. He's probably gonna rip my pelt off. He shivered at the thought. Well, he can try, she said, laughing a bit. The Tom then turned his head slowly, looking at Crackle. She then noticed Crackle staring at them. He tensed, locking eyes with the cat. His eyes drifted to Monarch as he approached. malice dripping in his tone. What is he doing here? HornetThistle glanced at Monarch, his ears lowering again. HornetThistle is one of us now, or becoming one of us now, she says. He exhaled, glancing back to Hornet with a flick of his tail. I'm sorry for causing trouble. I can leave, says HornetThistle. No, you may stay, says Crackle. Yeah, you're the one watching him, Monarch. If he's a spy or anything of that sort, don't come crying to me when everything happens. And you, as long as you forget that silly ways of StarClan and help us, you're fine to stay. I promise I'm no spy, he reassured the Tom. You better not me. I was never able to believe in StarClan, says HornetThistle. If I did, I would probably be dead, he chuckled. She says, sort of lost of words. She felt intimidated by Crackle. He huffed. Good. And get him some Catman or something. I'm tired of smelling his scent. It smells too much of ShadowClan. Sorry, he chuckled nervously. His eyes were just cold, filled with malice as they looked to Monarch. Same kind of gaze Venom Star would give. She could no longer look at Crackle or respond to him. She just looked out. He reminded her of Venom Star. HornetThistle's eyes shifted, his body still remembering that gaze. I'm going out. Just make yourself comfortable. He flicked his tail as he patted out. He glanced at Monarch. Hey, it's going to be okay. She looked up to Hornet. I'm sorry I didn't say any more. I just know what it's like to want to leave ShadowClan, and I didn't know that they would accuse me and blame you and me for things. Don't sweat it, he reassured. I'll have to go back soon anyways, he shuddered. All of this drama happened because we were all starving, and WindClan was taking our prey. Stupid more rats, he growled. No, I don't want you to go back to that clan. We'll find out a way where you won't get your pelt ripped off, she says to him, not wanting him to go. He is her only real friend. I'm not going back, says HornetThistle. I feel like I need to say goodbye, though. Yes, I think your clan needs closure. They are all probably still confused about this situation, and you need to say goodbye fully. I was already banished by Venom Star when I left, so he needs to let you go. But I'm not sure how it would look if I crossed into ShadowClan territory with you. Yeah, he agreed. I was thinking of going today, he said, getting to his paws. I don't know if I would be putting all these cats in danger if I do so, she says, for once putting other cats before her. You don't have to come with me, he said with a hint of sadness, but I am leaving now. But I don't want him to do anything to you. I can't see what he is doing, she pleads to him. Then come with me, he urged. She thought about all the cats here, and going to ShadowClan territory could mean way more trouble for all of them, because she could just leave all these cats behind and never look back. She sighed. As selfish as she is, she says, okay, I'll go with you. She hoped that didn't spell more trouble. I have to go now. Follow me if you want, he grunted, his old ShadowClan self back for his family goodbye. She padded next to him, following him. She was reeking with nervousness. She hasn't been in ShadowClan territory since Venom Star banished her. His ears flattened as he walked through his old camp. They arrived in the ShadowClan tunnel, in the territory, right in camp. She hesitantly walked on behind HornetThistle, unsure of what to do or think next. Magpie gazed, his eyes moved to the cat, returning with the familiar follower. Where is he? He growled. She singed with even more nervousness, staying behind, / next to HornetThistle. Good, just in time. I'll also do with Ravenberry, Venom Star says, as he is right in front of them. He hissed as his eyes landed on his kin. I'm here alongside HornetThistle. I do not mean no trouble. We are here to say some news, she says to Venom Star, sort of quietly. You bring her here? A low venom-laced growl. Is this arrogance or a death wish? Shut your maw, he hissed, standing in front of Monarch. This isn't about her, he said, a poisonous sound escaping his maw. She stayed silent, fear working her way up her body like a shadow. The words echoed like a challenge across the camp. For a heartbeat, no cat breathed. Then Venom Star smiled. Not with joy, not even with malice. With certainty. There it is, he said softly. She shifted uncomfortably under the gaze of all the ShadowClan cats. She knew this was a bad idea. Coward finally found his spine, just in time to snap it. He took one more step forward. Venom Star's voice dropped to a hiss. You dare bare your teeth in my camp, behind your rogue's tail? He then looked past my Monarch. She'll watch you die first. That's mercy. I'm done with you. These cats, this clan. He choked the last part. Leave her out of this, he hissed, his tail lashing. Monarch stepped up next to HornetThistle, ready to defend him because she had lost to say and has a past with Venom Star. All I want is to be free from your blood-soaked claws, he hissed. Venom Star's eyes narrowed, darkening like storm clouds. A low growl rumbled in his throat, barely held back, like a beast pacing its cage. Viper Fang came up next to HornetThistle, and he hated to see him hurt, so he came up beside the Tom. HornetThistle glanced at his friend, feeling a sense of newfound strength wash over him. She looked at Viper Fang, and drops of hope flowed within her body. What does this do with me? He repeated slowly. You still forget who built this clan. I gave you a choice, a chance to be loyal, to survive. You chose betrayal. Done with me means done. With your own blood. Then, with a hard edge, he spat out, if you walk away now, you'll live long enough to regret it. If you stand your ground, another cat joined them against Venom Star. His claws flexed, gleaming in the dim light. You'll die a traitor's death. We never had a voice, he spat. Venom Star, he spoke, his paws lightly trembling. These cats are no threat. I'm not one to go against your word. You know that, but please, I suggest less, harsher punishment at best. So please, stand down. You do well to watch your words. You're all traitors. Lowly blood that doesn't belong here anymore. He'd hiss, his tail lashing slightly. A voice? You had a voice, HornetThistle. One used to whisper lies behind my back and feed rogues with our prey. Voices mean nothing without loyalty. You choose which to keep. His eyes bore into HornetThistle's, cold as the grave. If your voice means anything now, it's a final warning. Leave now. He stepped in front of the other cats. Leave them out of it. This is between you and me, brother. Or should I even call you a maniac? She then went up against HornetThistle and says to him, let's go. Don't let this get worse. Save yourself. I will get so hurt seeing you hurt. Call me what you will, brother, or maniac. Names don't change the truth. This is between us, between the betrayer and the rightful leader. But know this, if you drag others into your weakness, you won't leave with your life. Speak carefully, HornetThistle. You stand on the edge. Let me leave, he spoke in confidence. She wanted to say more, but did not want to hurt the situation more. She just wanted HornetThistle to say goodbye. But it maybe turned out more than that. Venom Star's eyes narrowed to slits, voice low and deadly calm. Leave? He let the word hang like a blade in the air. You think it's that simple? That exile is a choice you can undo? Banish me now. I wish to never gaze upon your hideous face that was cursed by StarClan, he said, venom laced with every insult. He stepped closer. You betrayed your blood, your clan, and your name. You walk away if I say. A slow, cruel smile twisted his muzzle. So tell me, why should I let you leave? She gained the courage to talk to Venom Star. Let him go like you did to me. He has no worth to you. He and I can go far away if it means saving him from your claws. I don't need to explain myself. I'm done with you and this clan. Cinderfang wanted nothing more than to sink his claws into the traitor's pellet right now, but he remained back, by his leader's side. Venom Star's expression turned to ice, still cold and unblinking. I'll never step foot here again. You won't have to see me. Just let me leave. The clan held its breath. Then, his voice low and final. Then run. A pause. And keep running, because if I ever see your face beyond that border again, you'll kill me, he finished for him. Her whole body halted, awaiting Venom Star's words. She felt like she was unable to breathe, unable to think properly. She cared so much about the ShadowClan cat. He took one step back, flow flicking like a whip. You won't have time to explain yourself. Take your rogue and go. Before I change my mind, I promise you, brother, if I do die, I'll haunt you in the dark forest. She nudged HornetThistle to go. He flicked his tail for Monarch to follow, before padding out of the camp. She followed in next to HornetThistle, thankful that it didn't turn out as bad as it could have. They arrived back at the barn. She was finally able to somewhat breathe again. They were free from ShadowClan, especially HornetThistle. She goes on over to HornetThistle, snuggling up to his side. How are you doing? She says to him softly. He began to laugh hysterically, having to sit down. Free, 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 he chuckled. For once, he said, his eyes wide. She took a long, deep breath. This was what he wanted. what she wanted for him. She heard a cat moving up behind them and... Pardon? He'd clear his voice. He stood, coughing awkwardly. She looks up behind and sees a ShadowClan cat. I mean no harm, says the ShadowClan cat. She then stood frozen. What? He grumbled. This was about HornetThistle, not her, so she kept quiet for now. I'm here to just ask what happened. I was exploring and wasn't here for most of, well, what happened. I have no means to fight, says the ShadowClan cat. And he looked down as he stood still. Ask the stupid maniac that leads you, growls HornetThistle. She's still stinged with nervousness. She wanted this ShadowClan drama to end already. I wish not to speak of it, says HornetThistle. I don't want to listen to him. But as you wish. HornetThistle is no longer of ShadowClan. Leave, she says. He'd nod and turn away. My apologies. She took another deep breath and sorted through her thoughts. This is no place for a clan cat to come here, looking for HornetThistle. The Tom HornetThistle couldn't help but feel a sense of fear wash over him. She went up to HornetThistle, sitting on the ground. It's going to be okay. ShadowClan is going to leave you alone now. I sure hope so, he paused, turning to the she. Run away with me. Run away from all the drama, he pleaded. But as long as you leave them alone. And I need to do that too. We cannot involve ourselves with the drama anymore. Even the prey issue or the territory issue. She looked at him and ran his words through her mind of what she was asking of her to run away with him. From everyone, we can start a new life. A clan, he grinned. A clan, she says, getting angry at the thought of being in a clan, but it was different. They would be in charge and it would be different than the normal clans. Now, of course, some cats can come with us, but we should start over, he said, sitting back down and clawing at the ground. We can make our own rules, says HornetThistle, and he beamed at the thought. She looked over at the barn. I don't want to associate myself with those rogue barn cats anymore. They don't support us, she says, second-guessing herself. Then let's start a new life, he smiled at her. Me and you. He liked the sound of that. But they're with Koi and Crackle. They have their own plans, right? She says, her mind so clouded. I suppose we could escape from this. I mean, nobody's on our side, it seems. He nodded quickly, praying she'd come with him. I doubt that they would even care that we are leaving. Cats come and leave all the time, you know. So let's go. I'll go with you, somewhere far away from this. Should we ask if anyone wishes to join us? Says HornetThistle. I honestly doubt it, but you can try. I would hate to see the look on their faces and what their responses would be. I'm just so tired of it all. She started to get uncomfortable, her fur drenched in the rain. Then you stay here and I'll go, he smiled. I'll be back, he promised, getting to his paws, his tail lightly brushing against the she's snout. She then looked at HornetThistle, walking away into the barn. The feeling of his tail on her snout still had not left her. HornetThistle was her first real friend, and she cared about him so much. She had never cared so much about a cat in her whole life. She thinks HornetThistle cares about her too, and she feels so safe and fuzzy around him. She couldn't explain this feeling, as it had never happened to her before. But it was probably just the feeling of a new friendship, she thinks, getting all happy that they have what they want. She then wonders how it's going with HornetThistle, and with Crackle being there, she wanted to check in on him. She then padded by the barn entrance. She sat from a distance, making sure Hornet was okay. You can never know what could happen with these barn cats. Oh, how did it go? She meows to him. We leave tomorrow, he grunted. I'm not sure anyone wishes to come, but we will know by then, he sighed, sitting down in front of the she. Okay, she says, and notices that she is surprisingly excited to leave tomorrow. We can take shelter here, find some place in Wingclan territory. Well, come on, HornetThistle. Let's find us some prey in the moors. How about we sleep there tonight? The barn is no place for us now. He nodded, getting to his paws. Marbled, he growled. She stood up and padded to the moors, HornetThistle behind her, but she was stopped by Koi. Marbled Koi says, You think you can just run off? We're so close to freedom here and you just want to throw it all away? I'm done with these. I'm done with cats betraying barn cats. Shut your maw, he hissed. Today, she growled back, her fur fluffed up, hiding her blood that still dripped. You start, she growled before striking Hornet with her claws. I have no interest in listening to your simple-minded thoughts. You can still continue with the freedom, but we need to leave. We're nothing to you. Look, me and HornetThistle have closure with ShadowClan. They let us leave, and they want us long gone. You two are trying to leave when we need you the most. Do you have no care for the shake of the cats? She was cut off by the slash. She stumbled back. If you won't let us leave, I'll have no other choice but make you, he hissed. An insane look pierced in his eyes, similar to his brother's. You're just dragging us, she gasped before continuing. With you, just leave. I'm trying to make peace here. She gasped again for air, and you two are just as selfish as the clans. You don't need us. Do your own thing, and we will do ours, she says, putting her paw down and acting defiant against the cat. You two finished ShadowClan with how awful and selfish you two are. You are foxes. Shut your maw, he growled, pinning the she. Crackle then leaps in front of and tackled HornetThistle off her. She looked at HornetThistle and her. Stop it, HornetThistle. This is not how it is supposed to be. Let it go. Let us go, she pleads. Marblecoil let out a yowl. He sprung up, battling the new cat. Don't you touch her, he hissed. All we want is to leave, he hissed. Crackle, we will go, and I will get HornetThistle out, and we will go far, far away. We promise. Right, HornetThistle? She pleads to both. He seethed with anger. As if I ever want to come back here, he growled. Then go! You cowards never understood. You know how much you ruined it for us. You are never welcome here. I'm glad to get your fur out of our way. Leave, says Crackle. That sounds like your problem then, he hissed, knocking the Tom's shoulder as he left. She huffed at Crackle, following HornetThistle. She saw a marbled core on the ground, and she felt so guilty. She remembered the time where the she saved her from a wing-clan cat on top of her.
And as she falls off the little cat, she pounds into the cat, trying to get them off Monarch. I may not like Monarch, but you don't find her dead, she growled. She looked at marbled koi. Thankful was her expression.
Your death will be mine, if I ever see your faces. She gulped at the threat and fled to HornetThistle. Let's stay in camp for now, says HornetThistle. She paused. We can't stay here. The rogues share this land too. I don't want Crackle to find us, she says, clearly nervous, and she still singed with fear. He nodded. We head to the kitty pet place and go from there. Oh, okay, she meowed to him, with unsureness following with every letter. They then continued to go to the kitty pet place. They arrived at the kitty pet place, feeling very unfamiliar. It stung of kitty pet food and 2 legs. Follow me, he grunted, the stench filling his nose. She followed HornetThistle, unsure of where they were going. They were in an unfamiliar forest. They knew that they were far away from the clans. Or at least she does. They then came to a large entrance. It looked like a big cave. Right through this tunnel, he grinned. She gasped. Where are we? She wonders. She then realized that HornetThistle knew where they were going. You'll see, he said softly, patting into the cave. How do you know of this place? She questions him. She admits she doesn't know very much about HornetThistle. They arrived at the end of the cave. She looks down in awe of the water, the rocks, and the sand. She was speechless. Welcome to the beach, milady, he purred. How? She wonders, taking a deep breath of the sea air. This place was always here, she questions, and then wonders about other places that are yet discovered. So, what do you think? He asked, tilting his head. He would often come here, alone, when his brother was out. It was his own place of freedom. How do you know to come here? She mewed to him. Only questions filled her mind. I used to come here when I was a kid, he chuckled. I got lost one time, and I stumbled upon this place. Oh, wow, she says, then takes it all in. The amazing view of the water and the tall structure in the distance. He took in a deep breath, the scent of the salt water filling his nostrils, a calming and refreshing smell. Do 2 legs come by here at all? She meows to him. That is a 2-leg structure over there. The sun had blighted her vision for a while, yet it felt so warm and cozy. He shook his head. Never. Only massive monsters that look in the water. She sighs. What a relief that we don't have to worry about 2 legs, she thinks. But we will have to learn how to catch fish or something, she chuckles to herself. This is home now, free from the clutches of evil. This is the place where no blood has been spilled, where no cat's paws have stepped with bad intentions, and where our future awaits, says HornetThistle. He turned to Monarch. This is what freedom will be like, he said, smiling softly. She sighs happily at HornetThistle's words and cuddles up next to him, looking at their future home. He purred, enjoying the feeling. His head lay atop of hers as he looked out onto the future. Okay, everyone, that was it to this episode. I really hope you guys enjoy, and until next time, bye-bye!